In September of 2006, something would happen that would forever change the landscape of television. That something was a man named Dirk McCracken.
Well, we've been talking here at StudioQ for a long time about doing something new, something fresh and original, something in black and white. I had been up for 37 hours straight and then experienced a cough syrup and Red Bull induced hallucination. I looked over towards the door where I saw my trench coat and hat hung up, and a character just came to me. 45 minutes later, the first script was written. Now we needed a cast.
For actors, Tristan searched far and wide. George Clooney, Matt Damon, Bernie Mac. None of them would return his calls. Then he remembered an old friend. A friend named Tom McGee.
Tom and I had actually worked a few times before in the past. When I thought of him, I realized that he would be the perfect person to work for what was essentially Peanuts.
Well, would you work for Peanuts?
Well, I was busy, being an international movie star and all, but I was between projects. I just turned down Spacey for a bit at the Old Vic, and so I signed on. Why not, I thought.
I'd actually written a character of Dirk as a wisecracking samurai whose talking dog actually did most of the sleuthing. But when we cast Tom, obviously some changes had to be made.
With Tom on board, other stars flocked to the project. Well-known starlet Jess Lindell and former child star Jonathan Kyatt were both quickly signed up in supporting roles.
I play Blanche Bonville, who is like the mastermind sidekick or something in the first episode. I like Blanche. She's strong and smart, like me, So anyway, Blanche is like a master of disguise, and she falls in love with Dirk the first time she sees him.
I'm Dirk McCracken.
But just between you and me, Dirk's not really a fan of the ladies, if you know what I mean. You know.
To be honest, I was just happy to get work after that whole convenience store robbery thing. So, yeah.
Finally, Tristan cast himself in the role of Dirk McCracken's arch-nemesis, Cliff Rockwell.
When you're as talented as I am, it's just not really fair to the world to limit yourself to only one job. That's why, along with being the writer, I was also an actor, the editor, cinematographer, director, producer, and of course caterer.
I guess he's a pretty good actor, maybe a De Niro, but he's not on the same level I am.
Tristan does like an okay job with the movie and everything, but I gotta say that I hear, off screen, he's a little,
With the cast in place, production was ready to begin. Kingston. An office in Kingston. That new bar downtown my friends have been telling me about. Tristan's friend's housemate's basement. All of these places would provide a sexy backdrop to Dirk's adventures.
Oh, everybody got along great on set. Yeah, it was a dream,
Jonathan was so creepy. He kept hitting on me, but it was weird because I'm pretty sure that he's that way.
It was a struggle over the course of the shoot, I feel, to try and protect my artistic integrity, both as the writer and as an actor and as all the other roles that I performed over the course of the production. But I feel that in the end I was successful in protecting my art, my vision, from all these significantly less talented people who surrounded me.
My performance was, of course, magnificent. The others were, well, I'm the eye candy here, really. The only reason they're here is to show how great I am.
When Dirk McCracken, Private Investigator, aired on September 25th, 2006, the world was watching.
Oh, it was incredible. People were stopping us in the streets. Oh, I mean, we got literally dozens of compliments from our parents alone, and, well, they're our harshest critics, aren't they? If you can impress them, well, the sky's the limit.
With Dirk mania quickly spreading around the globe, it was only a matter of time until the inevitable happened.
I was so excited when I heard there was going to be a sequel, particularly since I'd burned through my first paycheck. Hey, look, I don't care what they say, hot sauce is addictive.
I'd always envisioned Dirk McCracken as something of an epic saga, you see, not unlike Star Wars, except without the aliens or the space travel.
I figured a sequel would only help my career. I mean, it certainly wouldn't hurt it.
I was pretty against the idea of doing a sequel. That is, until I saw the paycheck they were gonna give me. And then I changed my mind.
With a budget of almost double the original, the sequel seemed like a good idea to everybody involved.
Hey, twice as much money would mean it would be twice as good, right?
The sequel, now in production, follows the continuing adventures of Dirk and introduces 2 new characters. Ava Dumore, a sexy femme fatale played by newcomer Sabrina Samis, and the mastermind's new sidekick Chance Grayson, played by Eastern European heartthrob Peter Hansky.
Peter actually really impressed me, especially when you consider that he actually didn't speak a word of English when he arrived here.
I am big movie star. I make box office wow. Oh, and I make love with many beautiful women with absolutely no self-esteem. Oh, it's amazing.
Sabrina was a total dark horse. I mean, nobody saw her coming. Then, bang! She just blew us all away at the performance of her audition. I was actually physically exhausted by the end of it.
Now that the new actors have arrived, movie magic is about to happen again.
It's got action, it's got romance, it's got adventure, it's got everything the first film had, but more of it.
If you love the first movie, you'll love this one even more.
It's pretty good, like, really.
At home, I sleep on bed made of hay. Here, I sleep on bed made out of animals. Amazing.
Anything that shares more of me with the world can only be a good thing.
It won't be long before I'm starting work on Dirk McCracken Episode 3, so stay tuned.
Dirk McCracken, Episode 2. Coming to StudioQ in 2 weeks.
So, Christina, are you a little disappointed that we didn't get more lines this episode?
Not really, actually. I already have 2 essays due.
Really? You've got 2 already?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Well, I've got some very important video games to be playing tonight.
I'm gonna head to the library, John. I'll see you later.
Hey, well, can I come with you?